During COVID times, I stayed in a Holiday Inn in Norfolk, Virginia, near Virginia Beach. And so this video, I'll be giving a tour of the facilities as well as the room tour, which has a king-size bed and is handicap accessible. I was transferred to this room after having an issue with my prior room. Did a video on that if you guys are interested. So access to the room and overnight hours is via the card key. You are allotted 2 cards per room. And inside there is, of course, the emergency evacuation plan for safety reasons on the back of the door. This particular room has access to the room next door. Of course, both rooms have their own locks for each door, but if you needed to join the rooms, this one is one of those that is able to be joined. Turning around to take a look at the sleeping area, the first thing I noticed is that somebody left their red pen on the floor, which is really strange because the rest of the room seemed to be tidy and clean. So I don't know if it's just dropped by the housekeeping crew or something like that, but I think that's a kind of a big mess. But first, taking a look at the bathroom, which is the first door when you walk in. Light switch is on the left-hand side. You can see there's a shower head and it's a walk-in shower, convenient of course for handicaps. There are actually 2 floor drains in this bathroom, so one in the shower area and then one in the middle of the room. There's also a pull-out bench too. And then here by the sink, a bunch of towels, and it has 1 bar of soap, and then it looks like shampoo, conditioner, and lotion. Though only 1 bottle each, so if you needed more, you would have to specifically ask for more. Which is what I actually ended up doing, going to the front desk and asking for a few more for my roommates. Toilet's a little different too. You can see the button to flush is on top. There are also handrails right near the toilet, extra toilet paper, trash can in the corner, and then there is a lowered hook on the door compared to the much higher one in the regular room. The next door you will be greeted with is the storage closet, which contains the ironing board and iron and a few clothes hangers. Walking into the main room, there is of course the safety stuff, so fire alarm, smoke detector, basic painting on the wall for aesthetics. There is no overhead ceiling lighting, so all the lighting comes from these side lamps here. Here is one of the nightstands with an empty drawer, no Bibles found here. Here's a single king-size bed. It comes with 4 pillows. And here's the other nightstand containing the phone that you can use to call the front desk or other room numbers. And there's also an alarm clock with some built-in USB ports to charge your phone. Another empty nightstand drawer. Moving towards the glass door, which is actually towards the interior courtyard of the hotel. The curtains can be opened and closed using these pull rings, again another handicap accessible feature. And because it's dark right now, you can't really see outside, but this is actually can look into the pool area. And so here's a quick look at what it looks like during the day, but you can't actually access the courtyard from your room. It's permanently locked shut. I have some footage of the outdoor pool in the later part of this video. But continue on with the room tour. Here is a individually controlled AC unit, so you can set your own temperature here. There is a little desk area with a lamp with a flip switch. And next to that, behind the TV, is actually a Keurig machine. It's complimentary, comes with a few pods, and there's also some cups that you can use, and then a tea packet. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I didn't test this out during my stay. But below that is a bucket for ice and a few more plastic cups, drawers if you wanted to put in your clothing. Here's a small low-powered microwave. And then here to the left, in a normal room would contain the fridge, the mini fridge. But you can see it's pulled out here, and instead it's actually sitting outside. I think this is actually a little bit bigger than the other one, but it does contain the bottom sections, which is of course the refrigerator, and then this top flap here contains the very small freezer section. Here's a trash can next to it and a full-length mirror. And finally, the centerpiece, which is a flat screen TV. It contains only a few basic channels as listed here. But if you wanted to say hook up your computer or a streaming stick to it, it does contain 2 HDMI ports and also a VGA port. So that's a quick look at this handicap accessible room, which is located on the first floor. And because it's located on the first floor, sometimes I do hear, people walking around in the hallways. So the walls are a little bit on the thin side. And another thing that I found a little bit disturbing was when I went to shower, I just picked up the shower head and the whole shower head pretty much just disassembled right in front of my eyes. I wish I got footage of when that happened. I was just so tired and bewildered that I was just laughing with the parts literally strewn all over the floor. So of course I let the front desk know, and it took the maintenance guy a good 20 to 30 minutes just to arrive there, figure out the issues, which is just to replace the shower head anyways. So not the best experience. But then moving on to the other amenities that this Holiday Inn offers. One change for COVID is now they're not doing hospitality cleaning unless you specifically request it, and pretty much there's no real room service anymore. You just have to go to the front desk to get anything that you need. There is Wi-Fi and in a very small exercise room on the first floor that you can use. They also have a pretty pricey restaurant that you can go to if you wanted just to eat meals inside the hotel. They have a bar area as well. I guess for like business purposes or gatherings, they do have conference rooms and smaller meeting rooms, as well as a big banquet room that you can reserve. Or there's also this mezzanine area on the third floor leading from the main lobby. That's pretty nice that you can overlook the high ceiling lobby area. Or overlooking the outdoor pool, which unfortunately I wasn't able to access during my time there. It wasn't open. Though it seems pretty sizable. It has shallow ends in the 2-3 feet range, and then I think the deepest is probably like 5 feet. But my overall impressions after staying here during COVID, and I had previously stayed at this very same hotel before, I would say that the experience has definitely been a downgrade from the broken stuff and how long it took to get them resolved. Very scarce on the toiletries provided in spite of the much higher rates now. Overall cleanliness and impressions of the room, staff friendliness, hospitality has also been kind of poor. And while I understand this isn't like a 5-star Marriott hotel or something like that, still for over $150 a night for a Holiday Inn, I would expect a little bit more.